Good morning, class 7th. Today we'll take up the next part of this chapter 3. That is, we'll talk about the symbols of elements. How are they written? What are the rules and regulations for it? What are different types of elements and what are their Latin names and so on. Okay, so before we start, let us recapitulate what actually is element. So element is a pure substance that cannot be further converted into anything simpler than itself by either physical means or by chemical means. So each element has its own unique property. Okay, that's why the scientists have given different names to different elements that you can make out. Okay, now we'll be talking about there are certain rules and regulations that you need to take care while writing the names or the symbols of element. Okay, now the first rule says that each element is denoted by a symbol which is usually the first letter of its name in English or in Latin, always in capital letter. Okay, now you can see the example in the slide. Capital N is for nitrogen, not small n, right? Now, second rule says, however, when the first letter is more than one element is same, the symbol is denoted by two letters. Okay, where the first letter will be capital and the second letter will be small, like carbon and cobalt, right? C for carbon and C for cobalt. So carbon comes in the first 10 uh, atomic numbers, right? And cobalt is later. So what happens? C is given to carbon, but cobalt is also C. So it is C and second word of that particular name, that is O, is taken. So you cannot write capital C and capital O for cobalt. You need to write capital O because it is the first letter, and I told you previously, first letter will always be capital and the second letter will be small. Clear? Now, these symbols also represent an atom of that element. Okay? Now, how? If you write H, plain H, H is hydrogen, right? It represents the element of hydrogen as well as one atom of hydrogen, H. If you write H2, that means two atoms of hydrogen. Clear? Now, beta, there are certain symbols that are taken from, some from English, some from Latin, some from German or Greek. Okay? Now, for example, the symbol of iron is Fe. Why? According to you, it should be I. So I is given to iodine. So it can be Ir also. So it is iridium. Okay? So what happens when there is a lot of confusion with a single name, we use the Greek name or the we call it any Latin name, German name that is used to write or to represent the symbol. For example, iron is derived from a Latin name ferrum. Okay, so the symbol becomes capital F and small e. Okay, then for example, sodium. Okay, can you see, you know that sodium? Sodium is derived from a Latin name natrium. Okay, natrium. So it is capital N and small a. Then when we talk about copper, copper is derived from a Latin name cuprum. Okay, so it becomes Cu, right? Because C is for carbon, Co is for cobalt. Now what will we'll take? We cannot take the third letter. So what we use is, we use the scientific name. That means Latin name. So it is derived from the Latin name cuprum. So symbol becomes Cu. Okay. These are the list of certain elements, okay? That means from first atomic number to 20. You can see the white block. These are the elements along with their symbol, okay? You need to learn them thoroughly, and you need to learn the atomic number of each of them properly. Like hydrogen is 1, helium 2, lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, fluorine 9, neon 10, okay, and so on. Okay, on your right hand side you will see a blue box. Okay, in this what happens, the Latin name is given, so it is very important for you to learn the Latin names also. Okay, now the next topic is about compounds. Elements we have already known. Now what actually is a compound? A compound is also a pure substance, right, formed by the chemical composition or combination of two or more elements, right? When two or more elements are mixed together, okay, in a fixed ratio by mass, it forms a compound. Now hydrogen is an element, oxygen is an element. When it combines together, it forms water. So water is a compound. Ammonia is derived from N is for nitrogen and H is for hydrogen. When one atom of nitrogen combines with three atoms of hydrogen, it forms a compound named ammonia. Clear? Now, we'll take the examples, various examples like chalk, sugar, hydrogen peroxide, carbon dioxide, and many more. Right? Now we'll talk about the characteristics of compound. So there are basically first three characteristics mentioned in the slide. First thing is what? A compound is a pure substance, right? So once we can say it is a pure substance, because it is a part of pure substance, it is derived from two elements. It is composed of two or more elements chemically combined by a reaction. Now, when they chemically combine by a reaction, there are chances that there is possibility that they can be broken down, right? So they can be broken down into simpler substances, not by physical means. When they are chemically combined, so they cannot be broken down by physical means. It is only possible by chemical means. Okay, compounds have fixed composition. Okay, and you know very well that whenever you need to combine anything, a large amount of energy is used, or it is absorbed or liberated. So when the formation of compound takes place, a lot of amount of energy is required. Okay, and a compound is denoted by a definite formula. You can see in the slide, magnesium oxide is MgO, water H2O. This is a definite formula given. You can never write or change the number of atoms of hydrogen. The symbol will always be the same for water wherever you are. It is all over. Okay? So this is all about your characteristics of compound. Now there is a table 3.3 given in your book that shows some compounds, elements present in them and their formulas. What you have to do is you have to learn it thoroughly, and it is very important for you to understand and write the formulas as it is given in your book. So this is your work, that you will do it properly and you will learn this chart along with the atomic number from 1 to 20. I hope you got the point, and exercises I'll be making you do through next video. Till then, thank you.